Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have another formation to check out. This formation is going to be a 4-3-3 variation. This is going to be a review for a tweet that someone sent me from this guy that created this 4-3-3 bracket 5 formation. And you know, it's just these days where I'm like, hey guys, like if there's any tactics that you guys enjoy using, be sure to send it my way so we can actually check it out, right? And you know, a bunch of people were like, you know what, this formation is really good, it's a ton of fun to use, blah 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 blah, so might as well try it out. So for the reviews for Bruno Fernandes as well as the Dani Alves card, and I think maybe some other cards too, during the Futchamps gameplay, I was trying it out, and this formation is absolutely incredible to use in game. And 4-3-3s are usually not that crazy in FIFA, so it's a very pleasant surprise that it performs as well as it does in this game. And what's really cool about this formation is the types of players that you can put in the team. There's so many different options that you can work with. It doesn't have to be like super linear, which is obviously fantastic. So I'm gonna show you guys the custom tactics right now. Like I said, guys, I will be leaving a link down below in the description as well as the comment section. Probably description beforehand, because if I fall asleep when the video is scheduled, then you guys know, right? So be sure to check it out. But yeah, so the 4-3-3 bracket 5 variation of this formation is set up like this. So it's press after possession loss, 44 for width, 64 for depth. Build up play is slow build up play, possession based, 44 for width, and then it's a 6 for players in the box. So a nice pleasant change from what we normally experience in this game, right? Like a possession is there, slow build up is there. It doesn't have to necessarily be direct passing. Anything that has possession chance creation on it is fantastic, right? A lot of people tend to use a lot of the tactics that they see online and not really experiment with what they actually like. This is a definition of someone experimenting with something that they think they'll actually like and it performing really well in game. So the formation in game when it comes to the instructions is like this. So for me personally, I always put comes for crosses, sweeper, keeper every time, right? But for the fullbacks, you're going to have them on join the attack overlap, right? And that goes for both of them. Your CDM, which in this case would be set up this way like this. So Valverde, and then this is Palinha. So your CDM, who is obviously your most defensive-oriented midfielder, will be on stay back while attacking cover center. Your center mids are both going to be on get forward, get into the box with a cross, and cover center, right? Your left wing and your right wing are both going to be on stay forward, cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box with a cross. Your center forward will be on balanced instructions, and that's pretty much it, right? So with the way that this formation moves in game, it's very interesting, man. Like it is absolutely fantastic to use in the attacking positions. It actually feels like you always have an option to work with. Like in my case, I was using Bruno Fernandes in that right center mid position, and having a card like that offers you that attacking presence as well as a little bit of a defensive presence is obviously fantastic. The types of midfielders that you can use in the team, obviously it's more linear when it comes to the CDM position. It's nice to have a really good medium high work rated card that can, you know, cut pass lanes and all that kind of stuff. Not the actual instruction, but do that himself. You know, the new Patrick Vieira is a very good example of that. Palinha. On the tweet, the guy is using Medel. To be honest with you, even after the patch, I don't like that Medel card at all. I use them for the Serie A team just for the sake of the reviews and whatnot, but I'm not a huge fan of him whatsoever. Palinha definitely a very good option to work with. If you guys ended up getting any of those swap cards like Danilo Pereira, Fabinho, you could do that too. But try to get a CDM that has a proper medium high or a good high that is way more defensive oriented, right? Like Kessié could be a very good example of that. But I always tell you guys that for me personally in the CDM position, if it's a 2 CDM formation or a 1 CDM formation, at least one needs to be medium high every single time, right? Your center mids, you don't have to be as crazy about, right? Like you have to get, okay, you don't have to be as crazy about it, but do your best to get a card that is both good at attacking and defending, okay? Even if you were to put Bernardo Silva's card in that left center mid position, because he has high defensive work rate and actual standing tackle stats, that's very helpful to work with depending on whether or not you want to rotate the formation in game, right? So I may not always want to use a 4-3-3. What if I want to switch to a 4-2-3-1? It's good to have that person that can play center, mid, and cam. For instance, if you were to have Bruno Fernandes in your team, that's another card that you can use in the center mid position that can rotate into the cam position if you want to switch to like a 4-2-3-1 or something. So try your best to do that, because the way that this formation is currently formatted, if I wanted to switch to that type of formation, I would actually have to make a sub. Like I said, that's why it's really nice to have at least one player in that center mid position that can attack and defend, but still has really good attacking capabilities, okay? So just food for thought. Correa, listen, man, I tell you guys this all the time. Correa has amazing attacking AI. I love this card's attacking AI. It was the same thing last year. He's perfect to have in that middle position. Try to get any sort of card that you know has a good attacking AI. It could be the Keane card, it could be Correa, it could be Mbappe. It genuinely doesn't matter. On balance, if they have the proper movement, they will be sick to work with, especially on the possession-based instruction. Your wingers, again, you don't have to be super crazy about them, you know? Like, you could get a player like Diogo Jota, a player like Ansu Fati, Ribery, you know, any of these types of cards, and they would work out really well in those positions because of the forced instructions out of them. Now, what's really nice for me is that, you know, I don't have like come back in defense when it comes to the instructions on the card, but if you have a high defensive work rate, they'll still be able to defend for you from time to time, right? Your defenders, guys, you want to do your best to get players that are both good at attacking and defending. The only reason why Llorente is in the team is because obviously when I do reviews, I just need the links, so he's there, right? But for the review, we were using Dani Alves. Dani Alves is a very good example of a fullback that can attack and defend really well because of that join the attack overlap instruction. The left back position, you know, if you had like a Ferland Mendy would be really sick to have in that area too. Your center backs, after the patch, your defenders in general, guys, that's where you have to be spending most of your money. If the rest of your team is a rare gold squad from your, let's just say, for instance, in this situation, they're 2 center mids and up, like the rest of the attackers, that would be fine. But your CDM and your defenders, you need to spend the most money on in this game. And I tell you guys this all the time. It's very, very important. But in my case, you know, having the David Alaba card, especially nowadays, giving him a shadow instead of the lengthy, he is great to work with for the meta of this game nowadays. You know, perfectly fine card to work with. I was using Alex Telles as a left back card in that join the attack overlap instruction, and it suits his playstyle really well too. So try to get cards like that as much as you possibly can to be able to utilize a formation to the maximum of its ability. Now, the downside of this formation is that if your defenders are not that good, or you don't defend well enough with it, it's going to be very vulnerable on the counterattack in the side positions sometimes, okay? Because it depends on the types of players you have. For me, it happens a lot because it's rare gold Malacia, rare gold Llorente, right? But if you have players that are really good in those positions, for instance, like Dani Alves, when I had him on a shadow chemistry style, he was amazing there, right? If you have someone like that, or you have someone like this Alex Telles card even, right, in that left back position, it'll be well compensated. Because the thing about this tactic that you notice a lot, and you'll see it in the actual highlights as well, is that because the tactic itself has press after possession loss, when you have your fullbacks being aggressive, you will not imagine the amount of times that you will actually get the ball back in that fullback position because they think it's clear, right? So it's very, very helpful. It's dangerous to work with because obviously the meta in this game of like the forced through balls and lob passes, it's really annoying to play against for sure. But this tactic is genuinely one of the best tactics I've used so far this year. It's not only authentic, but it's super fun to play with in game because of the amount of players that attack and the way that you defend, right? So guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little introduction. I'm going to show you guys the way that the goals are actually scored. Like I said, it was a review for the Bruno Fernandes and Dani Alves card, so you'll probably see commentary for that, but I was trying out the 4-3-3 while doing that anyway. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Good job, Dani Alves, getting involved there. Let's go, boys. Well done, well done. Nice Nice goal, boys. Nice goal, nice goal. Good goal, boys. Nice. Not really much to say there. That's just Schweinsteiger actually hitting those outside foot shots like I showed you guys in the review. Yeah, he's responsive too. If there's pressure, he handles it well. Beautiful goal. Let's go, let's go. Oh, this formation is crazy. Yo, this dude on Twitter just gave me a crazy formation.
Well, after months of speculation, we finally get to see Bruno Fernandes wearing his new colours. Obviously a huge talent, but oh, Derek, can he finish it here?
Okay. Bruno Fernandes getting involved already. Let's go.
On the offensive. Jota, a real opening now.
Beautiful. Let's go, boys.
Now with Jota. Surely the equaliser.
Good fake shot. Let's go, boys.
This is Alaba. Can he put them in front?
Let's go, Bruno.
And you have to say,
He tried to use manual goalkeeping there, but I had to like change my direction last second there. I was like, oh, he's doing it.
Llorente. Good technique displayed. Jota. It has to be.
Nice goal, boys.
There it goes.
Valverde does a massive flip over the goalkeeper. A lol.
Racing forward, trying to catch them out. Well, they seem to be onto something positive, but it faded away.
It's a well-weighted pass by Bruno.
Victory more or less.
Let's go. That's what I like to see, boys.
Is the keeper of choice. Marquinhos plays alongside Leonardo Bonucci in central defence. Lionel Messi starts with Neymar out wide. Derek, they must finish here.
Nice. Pressure tactics. Get the ball back quickly.
Diogo Jota. Malacia. Well, it's one pass after another. Correa. On to Bruno Fernandes. Oh, fancy footwork. Big shot.
Let's go, Bruno. Let's go, my boy.
Here's Valverde. Bruno Fernandes. And return to Correa. Surely.
Let's go. Well done, boys.
And it's two strikers up front who look to provide the goal-scoring threat. And introducing the visitors lineup today. Thibaut Courtois is the keeper of choice. Rafael Varane plays alongside David Alaba in central defence. Federico Valverde plays alongside Bruno Fernandes in central midfield. Oh, Derek, big moment here.
Bruno, let's go, man.
Much time today.
Let's go, my boy.
Losing possession. And attempting the through ball.
Good goal, boys.
Balinia. Trying his luck from long range.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's like you take a certain touch, you just feel like it's gonna be the looped one, you know?
danger. He must finish.
Good job, boys. Good job, good job.